On October 5th, the British merchant vessel, the Odyssey, disappeared into the North Atlantic fog. Its mission was a simple supply run to Newfoundland. Its timeline, a mere 3 weeks, but it never arrived. For 3 agonizing years, the Atlantic held its secrets. Governments searched, families prayed, and the Odyssey was finally declared a ghost story, a lost voyage. The North Atlantic is a graveyard of dreams. In the 1800s, crossing these waters was a dance with destiny. When a ship vanished, it left no digital trail, no debris, nothing but a gaping void in the lives of those left behind on the shores. The sea simply swallowed them whole. But on the 3rd anniversary of its disappearance, a lone whaling ship navigating the treacherous frozen waters of the Arctic Circle saw a familiar silhouette. Drifting slowly, silently through a maze of colossal icebergs was the Odyssey. It had traveled thousands of miles off course, deep into the frozen unknown. A boarding party was assembled. Armed with lanterns and driven by a mix of dread and curiosity, they climbed the icy ropes of the silent vessel. The deck was completely abandoned, covered in a thick layer of untouched snow. The silence was absolute, broken only by the eerie creaking of the frozen wood. Stepping inside the captain's quarters, the searchers expected signs of a struggle or a mutiny. Instead, they found a chilling order. Everything was perfectly preserved. The compass sat on the desk, the maps were neatly rolled, and in the center of the room lay the captain's logbook, open to its final terrifying entry. The shaky handwriting, dated nearly 2 years prior, read, "We have seen the lights again. The crew is weeping in their quarters. The food is nearly gone. God help us all, for the sea is no longer empty." After that, the pages were blank. To understand what happened, we must look into the dark, claustrophobic lower decks. 6 months into the freeze, the coal ran out. The meat rotted. Wrapped in filthy blankets, the men lived in perpetual darkness, listening to the ice crushing the hull from the outside. Madness was inevitable. The log spoke of the lights. In the isolation of the Arctic night, the aurora borealis became a source of terror. The crew claimed the green and purple fires in the sky were whispering to them, calling them by name. One by one, men began stepping off the ship, walking out into the freezing void, never to return. Deep within the cargo hold, the search party finally found a soul, the ship's cook. He was alive, but barely. His eyes were wide with a terror that words could not describe. He clutched an old Bible to his chest, whispering a single phrase over and over. "They are still on board." They tried to tow the Odyssey back to civilization, but the Atlantic refused to let go of its prize. During a sudden, violent blizzard, the heavy steel tow line snapped like thread. Within seconds, the Odyssey drifted backwards, melting away into the blinding white fog. The lone survivor passed away hours later, taking the true story with him into the grave. How does a wooden ship survive 3 years completely frozen in the Arctic? What did the crew see in those final days? The dark, freezing silence of the North Atlantic still refuses to answer. If you want to uncover more lost historical mysteries, subscribe to Infinite Gist and let us know your theories in the comments below.